Hey guys, welcome to the Echoing Hearts podcast. I'm your host Jonah, joined by my friends and co-hosts.
Hey, I'm Jared,
And I'm Krista.
and
We are the
Let's
Echoing Hearts podcast.
get right
to
into the news.
That was
Wait,
so bad.
will we get
We're keeping this part. Yeah,
will we get
this
copyrighted for that or something?
Keemstar doesn't care.
All right, whatever.
He doesn't care, bro.
All right, how's everyone's day? Let's start with
My
that.
day has been okay. I'm gonna say it's been a 7 out of 10 day.
Same.
Good.
I'd say
Good.
mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything interesting though? Like
Oh, interesting.
anything out
I
of the
woke up
ordinary?
Stayed up all morning playing games, and then I woke up, went to work. Now I'm here.
Nice. For me, it was not very interesting. I'm doing laundry, or I was doing laundry earlier. So that was really fun and adulting. And I registered for my classes for college. So yeah.
Hey, oh yeah, that's coming up.
Putting in the work.
Yeah.
Putting in the work.
Yeah.
Hey, you're doing great, Krista. You're doing great.
Thanks.
For me,
what did you have today?
I guess I didn't do much either. I woke up pretty late. I also did the laundry.
Hey, there you go.
Did some, chores, and pretty much that's it, really.
Not
Oh yeah,
bad.
were you like? I saw on your snap. Were you playing like guitar? Did you figure out what you're trying to cover?
I have a few ideas, but I'm not sure yet.
Hey, because I was gonna hit you with some recommendations.
Alright, you hit me up later.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
Outside of podcast.
So to all the viewers out there, or I guess the listeners, last episode we weren't able to, or we didn't say, or we didn't explain the name for our podcast, The Echoing Hearts. So we'll explain that to you guys. Jared, take it away.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I got that. Oh, it was a fiasco when we basically during the very first meeting where I'm pretty sure that's where I met you, Krista, right?
Yeah.
So that happened. We got selected, and then the hardest part was your name. So we did what anyone would do, and Jonah found a random generator, put some words in, and then this one stuck.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Krista, you can go over like the deeper meaning.
Oh yeah, we totally guessed that.
Oh yeah, so I totally came up with this like sappy meaning for Echoing Hearts podcast, but it also kind of works because what we want this podcast to be is kind of like a true reflection of how we feel, like what our thoughts and beliefs are, and we want it to kind of be an echoing of what's in our hearts, and we're bringing it out to you guys. So that's how we made it work. And
Well
also,
said, well said.
Facts.
Well said. Major facts. No cap.
No cap.
no cap.
All right, yeah.
The reason we chose echoing for our name was because someone, not gonna name names, but for at least a good 3 hours we spent trying to fix the echo. And right before we started this episode, we fixed it. So no more echoing for us.
No more echoing.
Only high quality audio
from our hearts.
Our name is literal and figurative at the same time.
There you go.
Yeah, so see, you were real intellectuals out here.
Honestly, though.
Honestly.
Straight
to number one.
What?
Straight to number one.
Straight. Hey, we're doing numbers already.
I said straight.
All right, guys, that's it. So join us next week.
All right, no, for real. Okay.
Okay.
So now that we got all that stuff, I want to talk about I guess kind of something serious, or It's something I saw trending on Twitter the other day. So, as you all know, or I'm pretty sure all of you know about all the shootings that have been going on recently, especially in the past 2 weeks. Um, Specifically, what I want to talk about is how um, the company and store we all know, Walmart,
And hate.
and hate, Walmart has been subject of controversy over removing violent video game displays, but um, continuing to sell guns in their stores.
Hmm.
So I thought that was crazy. So I don't know if you guys know a lot about
Yeah.
this.
Honestly, like I don't know if you guys use Reddit, but like on Reddit, the whole video game violence became like a huge meme that people have been talking about for a couple of days. And like as far as I knew, everybody knew it was completely stupid and like no research is actually made on it. But then I woke up this morning, saw this on Twitter, and I'm like, people are serious, which I thought
Yeah,
was interesting.
Yeah, I've never done like a lot of research on it, but I've seen some things where I think it's just like what people are mostly concerned about and what they make the argument for with video games relating to violence is that if you constantly fill your head with something like that, you'd be more prone to do it. But I don't know that there's actual evidence. But
And as far as I know, there is none.
yeah.
yeah.
So I think it's more of like a yeah.
I
So
think this kind of
okay,
leads into like the no good.
I got a question. So
Yeah.
why do you
Go.
think though? Why do you think Walmart chose to do this? Like, why do you think they chose to uh get rid of
Handle
their
this with
video
this way.
games instead of going for the guns? Why do you think they chose to do that?
Pretty sure it's because, well, I guess what I was thinking was that whoever runs corporate and all that, they don't understand the culture, and well, they do, but they're part of the shitty part of it. I mean, the bad part of it, you know. So then they want to scapegoat whatever they can, and since they don't understand video games or really have any experience with it whatsoever, they at a glance you can definitely look at it and superficially say that yeah, there's a lot of violence prevalent in those games. So then there's supposedly a clear connection.
Yeah, I agree. I think,
Yeah.
well, I don't know if this is just a meme or not, or if this is something people actually think, but I don't know if you guys know about the how gamers or excessive gaming or whatever is like a mental illness. Have you guys like heard about that?
That's totally a meme. Yeah, I heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a meme or not, but like I don't mean I don't know if it was serious or not, but I feel
After
like
this whole Walmart thing, I'm starting to like separate what I think is a meme and what people actually seriously believe. To be honest,
yeah,
because we make fun of this stuff, and then there are dudes out there that just they don't.
yeah, I just think it's completely crazy how people like adults
Have brains.
actually think stuff like this. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying I know that much, or I'm like too smart or anything. I don't understand how people can be that dumb at the same time.
Hmm.
I
I
just
guess for I can't really have much of an opinion. I don't really play video games in general, and especially not violent ones.
You're not a gamer.
So no, 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 not at all. So it's like for me, I'm gonna like keep my opinion maybe a little bit out of it since I'm not,
yeah.
No, I mean you
because
have
I
a
don't want
valid
to
like
see.
Well,
you have like an interesting viewpoint because we both play games, me and Jonah,
yeah. So you're
Yeah.
kind of
and
like
like
an
people you
outside
talk to,
perspective.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
exactly.
I'll let you guys talk first, and then I'll think of.
No, I do. I'm genuinely curious though. What because you seem
Okay.
like kind like is it easy for you to sympathize with why they do this or like what they think.
With
Like,
what
can you
the
kind
other
of see
side
their
thinks?
can you see their point? You know,
Yes, in the way that I think social media really and really any kind of media really influences what young people do. I mean, look at the whole Tide Pod challenge that happened. Look at all these other challenges that are going on that people just say, "Oh, I've seen it here. Other people are doing it. Let's do it." And I'm not saying that that's the same way with video games, but I think that, and I'm not saying that everyone who plays violent video games is going to end up shooting people. Like, no, not at all. I think there's healthy boundaries. I think there's things like that. But I think that I don't think that you can separate the two completely, is what I'm saying. Just
okay.
because,
How about this?
yeah.
Or like, so we know how most of the shootings have, racial connections.
Hmm.
If
Oh,
it,
for
if it
sure.
is video games, then why isn't it that they're completely random?
Well,
If
yeah,
someone just
it's
sees that they want to shoot stuff up on a video game, and then why don't they just shoot anything up? Why is it that the victims are like generally of
I
color?
think yeah, that's a good point.
right.
I I think I really don't think video games have to do with this because as as a fellow gamer myself, I mean like
On God,
I don't. I mean, if you look at me, I'm not like some shooter. I've played all the violent video games, like
Modern Warfare 2, no Russian.
yeah. But I think what really matters or what really is a factor is I think the environment you grow up in,
Oh,
and
yes. Yeah.
yeah, like everything surrounding you, like maybe school, peers, parents. I think stuff like that is what truly affects mental health and the choices that people make.
Okay,
Yeah,
well
I
said.
completely agree with that. Yeah, I don't think video games are like the reason, but I think that if someone already has that kind of mentality, I don't think that, like, I feel like that's just kind of a way to like introduce it and keep inundating them with that kind of images and thoughts. But yeah, for sure, it's definitely more about the person and their upbringing than anything to do with any sort of video game, I think, for sure.
Besides Walmart, I wonder if anyone else like are any other companies doing something similar.
Hmm.
Because not that I know of, at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, me either.
And I think it's interesting, yeah, that they're not getting rid of guns. It's like that's what's being used. That no one's hurting anyone via video games, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Kind of a side question or follow-up question.
Mhm.
Like,
Go
so
ahead.
what do you guys think about uh guns? I mean, do you think what do you think about gun control? Like, what's your
Mhm.
stance on that?
Huh. I mean, it's pretty loaded. Give me like a second.
Or
Yeah.
like better question is like, do you think people should have the right to like regular
Have them.
citizens have the right to own guns?
I think it's definitely should be limited in the types that they can get.
Mhm. Yeah,
Because
I
like,
think go ahead, sorry.
oh, now you're good. I was talking before. It's your time to shine.
Okay. Okay. I was just thinking like, yeah, it's definitely limited on what type of gun, and there should be a lot stricter rules. I mean, you can go to a gun show and buy a gun without any background check, and that's not okay because that's where criminals are going, like previously convicted criminals are going to get guns. And so I think that there should be a lot stricter rules. But I don't think that saying no one can ever have guns is necessarily a good idea. Just like I don't think that saying no one can ever have gay marriage is not a good idea, or no one, like I think limiting is just gonna hurt more people than it's gonna protect, in my opinion.
This
Yeah.
is kind of like on an aside, but I was thinking the other day, like, I think it was when the El Paso shooting happened. I saw a tweet where it's like statistically the next big one in America will be in the next 48 hours. And then I woke up the next morning and there was already the Dallas one. And then it just made me think about how like desensitized it was. Because back in the day when I was a kid, I saw this one movie and I guess in it, it was like a home intrusion scene where like the whole family got murked. And that scarred me for like a whole year. And now it's like so whatever.
Yeah, it's like we see these numbers, and we're
like in real life. And if a movie did that to me before, and now I don't even think twice about it, it's pretty messed in my opinion.
And another thing I think is media coverage. I mean, the media will spend weeks covering a shooting and the perpetrator and everything. And for really messed up people who are wanting to be famous for this type of awful thing, that can be almost like a record. Like they're trying to be like, "Ooh, this guy got like coverage." Now, I'm not saying like it's not important to recognize the victims and cover what happened, but it's kind of weird how long they take on certain stories and like how they almost in a way glorify it and like talk about it for a long time.
Yeah,
and so
I see what you mean.
yeah, so it's like I feel like that's not helping either in a sense. I mean, I'm not saying that that's the cause or anything, but
Yeah, it's also weird how it's at the same time that's the case. Like we're so quick to forget about it. Like I haven't seen much much talk about the El Paso thing since then.
yeah,
And if anything, it's not even about it. It's about things surrounding it.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was camping when I didn't even know the shootings happened until like after I came back. I checked the news and stuff. I was like, dang, like another shooting happened, and I saw it was like well, it was more than one. It was two, right? I was just like, I just looked at my phone. I was like, dang, another one. Like, I was pretty sad, but like the thing about it was I was kind of like um I was desensitized to it, and um I was like, is it felt like a normal day, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's kind of messed up, but like that's how I felt. I was like
our mind doesn't register it as a tragedy at this point.
Yeah, this country, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen the numbers, the statistics of how many shootings we've had in just this year alone.
It's pretty insane. It's almost funny to look at.
I don't know. Guns aren't the problem. We all agree in that, but I truly think that mental health is the underlying cause of all this, and I don't think
I blame it
anybody.
more on racism.
I see. Well, I think it's kind of half and half.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's the thing. Nobody really does anything to fix these things, and we're going about it at the wrong way. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's definitely true. What were you gonna say, Krista?
No, I was just agreeing. Yeah.
But yeah,
Don't to add. Yeah, you really summed it up pretty good.
Well said.
Yeah, but like the one question I really want answered from everybody is, when is it gonna stop? You know, when will it be enough? You know, when will the government realize that we're going about this the wrong way and that something needs to be done?
I mean, I think they acknowledge it. They just don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because it's a straight shot, at least to at least look on the surface like you're attempting better, but no, it's completely neglected.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. And I think part of it too is that we've just lost so much empathy for one another just as a society and as a whole. Like, people are so mean to others all the time, and I think I don't know what it's gonna take to start like just genuinely in society just care for each other. Because if you look at another human being and like I don't know, I just don't see how people can do that. Just I feel like our society just kind of has kind of downward spiraled. And yes, there's things the government can do, but it's not all things that the government can just snap its fingers and like fix it. But like yes, there are definitely steps that they could be taking that they're not.
Yeah, kind of a side thing. Kind of a something that relatable, but social media, like it's obvious that um people are drawn to negativity, like especially drama on the internet.
Yeah, I see
Mhm.
that.
I just think it's, I don't know, like I don't know if we're progressing as a human race, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
for sure.
exactly say we are, just because I don't see it, but I could be wrong.
Mhm. Right.
Okay. Do you guys want to end it there, or like, do you want to?
Oh, where do we go from there?
Do
Because
you
that was
want? Do you
that's
want to end it
wide
on a
open.
lighter note? Like talk about
Yeah,
something else?
let's do at least a small segment on something later.
All right,
Yeah.
we could play a game, I guess.
All
Again.
right, which
Okay.
I'm gonna be muted just because there's gonna be background noise for like the next 30 seconds, so I'll be muted for a bit.
Okay. Uh, you want to play Would You Rather again, or Never Have I Ever?
Sure,
Up to
we
you.
can do Would You Rather again, but first.
Okay. Let's do a good one. Let's see. Let's do superpowers.
Okay. What?
Uh, let's do superpowers.
Ooh, okay.
So,
All right.
would you rather? Uh, would you rather be able to? Would you rather have teleportation powers or have super speed?
I'm gonna say, damn, I'm gonna say super speed
Super speed.
because I can connect to like so many other things
Yeah.
besides getting from one place to another.
Yeah. I'd say actually teleportation.
Okay.
That way I'd never be late to work. But also I'd never be late to work with super speed, so
For
very
me,
true.
well,
What you
okay.
got?
For me, I'd say, yeah, I'd probably say super speed too, because not only will you have, I mean, you probably won't have instant distance travel like teleportation, but you'll be able to do other tasks fast.
Yeah, like it's more practical because teleportation takes care of one thing. Like super speed can take care of so many other things. Like you could learn faster. You could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you purely think about like getting from one place to another, then teleportation is like obvious. But you gotta think bigger.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got a really
Okay.
good one. I got a good one.
I'll be the
Okay.
judge of that.
Would you rather? Would you rather know when you die or how you die?
How?
When?
Okay, explain. One of you.
Okay, I'll go first. I'd say how because I honestly just don't want to know like when because then I don't want to spoil it, but I was watching this new movie Farewell, and then it changed my perspective on that whole thing because apparently in China it's like a whole sure, it's like a thing where if you have cancer, a relative has cancer, you don't tell them because they have a saying where that cancer kills you. Meaning, once you know you have cancer and you're gonna die from it, your whole life just becomes so shitty.
Hmm. That's true.
Okay,
Yeah. I
Krista.
guess what I said wife, then I'll know like when I need to do stuff by 5 years. I don't know. Okay, I have 5 years to, and like it won't like consequences. I don't know, like do a bucket list or something like that, like, and make sure that I'm being the best person I can be, and not that I won't do that in normal life. If I see a definite endpoint, I guess it'd like tell me.
Yeah, that's it. I guess it is kind of scary to know how.
Wait,
Yeah.
sorry. Can you, could you repeat that one more time? Sorry, it cut out.
Me?
Yeah.
I just said I'd like to know like when, because then I could like pursue like a bucket list or like work on myself a little bit more, and like I'd have a definite timeline of like how I needed to do that.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much kind of what I thought.
Mhm.
I think if you know when you die, it'll give you more of motivation of like, uh, it'll give you more motivation to do things because you know how much time you have and you try to fit in as much as you
That's true.
can.
Mhm.
I don't know. Personally, I just don't like. I don't want to live my life any differently than I normally would, and
Yeah.
that would cause me to. I'm basically planning my entire life around my death, which seems kind of lame to me.
I get that.
Well, I guess from my perspective, I guess that's a good thing for me. Um, I truly think that I'm not living life uh
To the fullest.
to the fullest, like to the potential I could be having, but I mean I see where you're coming from.
Yeah. Yeah, like sometimes for me, I feel like now I'm living my life for like the long term and like making sure that I'm not going out and like partying and wasting money on things that might make me happy, but I'm saving and like being responsible because I'm planning for being here for a long time. But if I knew I only had 5 years, then I'd quit college. I'd travel in a van to places that I wanted to go. I guess, yeah. But I definitely see your point too, Jared. I think
Yeah, I
it'd be
see
kind
that
of
as
sad
too.
to know either.
I don't know. It just scares me, to be honest.
Yeah, it is scary. It is scary for sure.
But then if you told me that I'd die like a horrible death, like in flames or something, then I guess I'd still be living my life in fear.
Yeah.
True.
Because
You
then when
never want to go around flames.
like if I learned that I'm gonna die like getting stabbed in a mall or something, every time I go to a mall, I'm gonna be terrified.
Right. Or you wouldn't go to a mall.
But then you can't escape destiny.
True. True. One day you would end up there.
All right. So we're running out of time. Uh, about to hit the 30-minute mark. So guess
All right.
that was a good talk. We'll end it
Yeah,
here.
I'd say it's
Yeah.
more quality than last time.
Definitely,
Proud of you
for
guys.
Yeah.
sure.
We rising.
All right. Any last things you guys want to say before I end it?
Hmm.
I think I'm good. But thanks. If you guys made it this far, then wow.
Yeah. If you guys made it this far, comment your favorite part.
All right. Anyways, thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to the Echoing Hearts podcast. We'll see you
Yeah,
next week.
if you have any things that you would want us to talk about, like the Walmart thing or whatever, feel free to give suggestions.
Yeah, for
Because
sure, for sure. Leave a comment down below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.
he said it.
Yes.
All right, peace out.
See
Bye.
ya.